This is what the Blazer looked like when we picked it up.
Yeah, it was all rusted out and already cut apart.
Yeah, so the last video we showed you patching in that rear floor piece behind the quarter panel there. And this video, you are going to be patching in the kick panel and a little piece of that floor on the front.
Yeah. So here I'm just cleaning the paint up so I can find the spot welds. Use a belt grinder to grind those all off. Makes it really easy to take it off that way. Ooh, got smacked in the face by a weather strip.
You're just going to tuck it in up there, get it out of your way.
Yeah.
So when I was editing this video, I was thinking to myself, I should count how many times you swap tools on that air hose, because it was a lot. Going back and forth between your belt grinder and the other discs.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It's fun to watch it back.
So here, like you said, you're just grinding where the spot welds are.
Yeah. And then I'll drill some with the spot weld drill bit.
Where does one purchase a spot weld drill bit?
You can get them online on Amazon. They have different kinds. Some that are like little hole saws with like a centering pin in it, and you have to drift punch the center of the spot weld to keep it, in the center. The ones I use have like a little tiny drill bit in the very center of it, and then the rest of it's a spot weld drill bit.
Would you say that it's necessary for this, or if someone has just a regular?
Well, it depends. It depends what you want to do. Regular drill bit will work just fine, but more chances going all the way through both panels. And if you don't want to, that's kind of a pain in the butt. But
so we don't have any point of view footage from you on the other side of that panel. Can you explain what it is you're looking at there, what you're drilling out?
Spot welds. Drilling out more spot welds.
I mean, is it just another sheet of metal like that on this end that we can see?
Yeah, it's the B-pillar where it comes down, and it all attaches. The inner kick panel attaches to the kick panel, or to the B-pillar, or A-pillar right there. Sorry, jeez. Having a hard time talking.
Do we need to redo that?
I don't know.
So yeah, you are sanding on this thing for quite a while, grinding it down.
Yeah. Blow myself off, my fat belly. Oh, the air hammer. Everyone hates it. I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, and you're not wearing any ear protection, which you probably should when using these tools.
They don't bother me like they do other people, I guess.
Well, probably because you're partially deaf now.
No, I'm not. I hear just fine.
So on the last video, you were saying that you've had this air hammer for years, decades.
This one right here I've had for 5 years.
Oh.
But I've had this exact brand I've been using this exact brand for the last 25 years, I guess.
Got it.
So I've had 3 of them. So that's my third.
And that's a snap-on, yes?
Snap-on, yes. Great air hammer. The only one I would buy. Everyone else's does not hold up. Now I'm grinding, cutting. Back to the air hammer. I bet our neighbors love us. You know what's worse than an air hammer?
What?
When somebody takes an air file and tapes the handle shut and throws it in a garbage can with the air on. It's really loud.
Why would somebody do that?
I worked with these 2 bodymen that hated each other. So the one guy was playing music one morning and the other guy didn't like it, so that's what he did. And they ended up getting into a fist fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever gotten into a fist fight at work?
No. No. I don't think people fight at work as much as they used to. Back in the 90s, it seemed like a pretty regular thing.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more legal consequences nowadays.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got it out. Oh, almost. Here it comes.
Nope.
I'll persuade it. That's persuasion right there.
There you go.
So, yeah. I'm just holding this up there and figuring out where I want to cut it.
So we've actually purchased another 91 Blazer since this one. Haven't shown it to you guys yet. It's cream colored. And we got it for a really good deal because the guy that was working on it was trying to patch the floor. And instead of just cutting out what he needed, he was going to patch this whole panel, which wasn't necessary.
Yeah, and he cut it way too big.
So here, you're just cutting out the very small piece that you need to do the patch.
Yeah, I'm just cutting out the bad metal that's rusted through and everything, and then I'll just put that in. Don't forget my iced tea.
Yes. Hopefully one day we'll be sponsored by Gold Peak.
Wouldn't that be nice?
As you're drinking it right now.
Most cars, when I'm working on them, I have welding blankets and stuff, but we're replacing that dash pad, so I'm not too worried about it. Everything's all out of it, so. And to the trash. Actually, under the truck.
Is there anything else you can do with that scrap?
Yeah, I'm gonna make other patch panels with it. Never throw them away. I always have bins and stuff that I'm gonna use, so. The floor has a little bit more bin than that panel did, so I had to.
More persuasion?
More persuasion. Brute force. So I'm just gonna line it up on there, and then I'll scribe it and cut it. It was really hot in the garage that day. I remember that day.
What was this, like August?
Yeah. Wish I had all my big vice grips from work, but I'm using these C-clamps. They work pretty good. Actually, I marked it with a marker. I didn't even scribe it.
Yeah, in the last video when you scribed it, you used your pick tool to kind of scratch around it.
I don't look very motivated there. Just like, whatever. It's never fun working on something after somebody else has started it. It's like the planning has to go like 2 times harder than what it should.
Kind of like buying a used puzzle from the thrift store.
Yeah,
trying to put it together.
You don't know what pieces are missing.
But, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of work done on this truck when we bought it. The person before us patched the other side of the floor, the driver's side.
Yeah.
Was there other stuff that was done?
No, that was pretty much it. They did work on the other side, and then they cut this side all apart and lost their motivation.
And you found it?
And I found it for them. Did you count how many times I changed out the tool yet?
No.
Oh.
If you guys are watching, feel free to count the tool swaps and drop it in the comments. Where did you learn, like, how to do the patch panels and stuff? Because you primarily work in collision, which you guys don't do patches in collision.
No. High school. My high school auto body shop. We had a really good teacher, Mr. Milam, and we did a lot of patchwork in there. We were doing a 55 Chevy Bel Air, a post, and we had to patch the roof, all the gutters, the trunk, all kinds of stuff. So mainly in high school. Then I ended up doing my buddy's Chev truck in high school too, and I had to do a lot of patchwork on that.
And you graduated right around the time this truck was being built.
Yeah, I graduated in 91. I graduated the same year this truck was built. That's funny. Didn't even realize that. I think I'm just shaving down the edge to make it a little bit better fit. That's the dog.
Yeah, I don't know if that picked up on the microphones, but our dogs are squeaking. We have Frenchies and they make the noises. So what would you say to somebody who's watching this video, who's interested in getting into this trade, doesn't really know where to start? What would your advice be?
See if you can get onto a shop as an apprentice. A lot of shops will now give you tools and pay for your training and pay you, on the job training. So if you don't want to go that route, there's always trade schools. But really, I'm a total advocate for trade schools. We both went to trade school, so. But if best thing really nowadays is see if you can get on a shop as in an apprenticeship program.
Yeah, when I went to trade school, it was definitely taking in information via fire hose. There's so much that they're trying to teach you in such a condensed amount of time.
Right.
And it was about $20,000 when I went. It might have been a little bit more than that. That was in the early 2000s. But I feel like I learned the most on the job. So I don't know if I would necessarily recommend trade school, because now all these companies, like you said, are offering these paid apprenticeships where they're providing you tools, they're providing you training, and you actually get the real world experience and get your foot in the door. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. When I went to trade school, we had so many hours of class time and so many hours of shop. Did you guys actually get to work on live work at your trade school where you went?
Not that people paid for, no. We just worked on junk salvage cars.
Huh. So where I went, they would, after we got done with our skills testing, they would actually bring in live insurance cars from town that people, they'd waive their deductible or whatever, and we would actually work on them under supervision from instructors and everything.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just like going to the beauty school to get a haircut. I mean,
right?
It's being supervised by a professional. So.
Right. So a lot of people use weld-through primer on their edges and stuff. I use, when I'm doing stuff like this, I use Pour 15. Just because I'm only doing spot welds. It's not like I'm welding the whole thing all the way across. So when I drill my holes for my spot welds, it cleans off the Pour 15. I'm able to weld it just fine without it being a dirty weld, so no porosity.
How long do you have to let this dry?
They say it takes, 3 to 6 hours for pour 15 to dry, but I do it when it's wet still. It's not that bad. It gets a little smoky sometimes, but like it's not going to flame up on you and burn down. That's a nice hammer. Did you see that thing?
Pretty sure you have an actual hammer like there in that pile.
Yes, it's right there. I can see the handle.
So you're doing so great. You're capturing content for our TikTok.
Yeah.
Without my help.
On my phone. I don't even know if I sent you that.
You make it look so easy.
That's 30 plus years of experience. Like, good thing you guys can't really hear it because I'm probably cussing under my breath.
Nah. Not in this part.
No. Like I said before, it's really fun, relaxing. I spent a lot of time looking at it.
I did have to edit out quite a few clips of you just looking and poking and...
Yeah. The old trusty Lincoln welder. Had that for years.
Did you learn to weld in high school?
I did. So in high school we had, the welding shop was right next to the body shop, and it was an actual class that I had to take before I went into the body shop. I had to learn how to weld. And we started off with oxyacetylene welding, actually welding with oxyacetylene, and then we went from MIG, from oxyacetylene to MIG to arc to TIG. So yeah, I had, my high school was pretty well set up. I liked it. A lot of kids don't like going to school, but I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start off my career there.
We didn't have very many options for shop class at our school. The neighboring high school offered it, so you would have to be selected as one of the few from our school to be able to go over to that school to take that class. And I applied, but I was never selected. So I just graduated and went straight to trade school with no experience.
Really? Well, my school was a closed campus. It was out in the middle of artichoke fields.
In California.
In California. And we had an auto mechanic shop, we had a welding shop, we had a wood shop, auto body shop, we had a paint booth, frame racks. We didn't actually have frame racks, we had pods in the floor with towers. Yeah, my high school was set up.
The class that I got stuck with instead of shop, I don't know why they put me in this class, why they thought it would be a good alternative to automotive, but was being an elementary teacher assistant. So I had to go to the elementary school and assist with like a first grade class.
Yeah, that was probably torture.
It was. Like, I get overstimulated very easily.
Yeah.
And the noise, it wasn't what I signed up for. They placed me in that class and I was like, what is this? And yeah, it wasn't a fun class for me.
That's funny. It's right there. I just have a screwdriver and I'm prying the panels so that they're nice and flush, and put a tack weld on there.
So besides these two spots, I don't think you're doing any other patches on this vehicle. We're doing full panel replacements.
Yeah, this was really the only patchwork I was doing. Just on this rocker side, this passenger side. You know, I had to build all that back corner and everything in the previous video, but everything else was, yeah, full panel replacements, which makes it so nice and easy.
You did spend a lot of time modifying the panels. Not that there was anything wrong with them.
No, just
you had a certain aesthetic you were looking for.
yeah, my gaps and my body lines and everything. I spent a lot of time on that. Make sure the panels were flush to each other, not sticking out.
Yeah.
I always hate it when I walk up to cars and I see like the fender sticking out from the door, or a huge gap. Like, I'm not picking on anyone or anything like that. It drives me crazy, because actually in the collision industry, if I was to do that, like I would be redoing that car so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't fly. So
Well, we even saw trucks at the SEMA show that were not what I would consider SEMA quality, but
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, there was some issues that I would have taken care of if it was me doing the job, but maybe, you know, they were comfortable with it and that's what they liked, so, you know, that's what they did. But there's so many cars at SEMA that are the technicians working on it, the metalmen that are working on it are just phenomenal. So
yeah, pretty cool stuff there.
yeah,
That was our first time going. Was November.
yeah, it was pretty cool, overwhelming.
Yes.
Like, wish we had more time.
Yeah, if you've never been to the Las Vegas Convention Center, I was blown away with how massive that place is. It was a 3-day event, and it would take the entire 3 days to see everything there. We only went for a day.
Yeah. So like all this, you know, I'm putting it all into place, I'm tacking it, holding it with vice grips. I didn't final weld anything until I actually got my outer rocker on and hung my door, made sure everything fit. And as soon as I was comfortable with everything, that's when I final welded everything. So, so yeah, I don't want anyone to think that I just put this stuff up there and welded it. It's not what I did.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people in our comments, especially when you were fitting the door. You know, you don't have your door seals in there. You know, it's not going to fit the same. And it's like, yes.
You see what's hanging on the sides right there, right?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
my door, my weather strips.
Just because they're out of the way now doesn't mean that you didn't fit them in there when you were doing your gaps and all that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's understandable. They look at something, they can't see everything, so they're assuming, so they're going to let me know.
They will let you know. A lot of people look at your videos and think that this is your first time doing any of this.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. But it's all good. If you're going to put yourself out there like this, you got to have thick skin.
Yeah. You have to expect the comments.
Yeah. You know, there's some guys that make comments that they're doing amazing work, and I mean, I don't think they're trying to be mean, they're just trying to give advice, and that's cool. I'm good with that.
There you go, looking again. You gonna poke anything?
Maybe. Wiggle something. It's not good if you don't wiggle it. See, look, I'm readjusting it. It was too high. Gotta move it down.
So when you're all done getting everything patched in, what's your plans with the floor? You're wanting to put some...
Yeah, we're gonna do the lizard skin. So I'll get everything ground down. Not gonna worry about it being too flush. It's gonna be basically bed linered. The lizard skin, we're gonna use the thermal barrier just to try to keep the heat out of the cab, like, or keep the heat in during the winter. But yeah, top and bottom will have bed liner on it, and then we'll put sound deadener probably over the top of that, and then carpet, and we're good. Should be nice and quiet.
Yeah.
No rattles. There's so many people that don't like doing this part of the bodywork. And this is actually like the fun part when you get into that, when we got into the inner rocker and stuff and having to patch all that in, and it was fun. The whole back piece back here when I made all that, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turned out really good. Actually, the blazer is turning out really good. I can't wait for everyone to see it. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. It will be for sale when it's complete.
That's all right. It's going to be for sale.
But I think maybe we should take it to a few shows first or something.
Yeah. But then we got another one to start after that.
We have a lot to
We
start
have
after
4 more to
this.
start after that.
I'm pretty sure you're doing the Ford after this one.
Yes. Yes. Looks like I stuck my elbow into some 415.
It's stuck with you for life.
Yeah, I had to have it cut off. Almost amputated my arm.
So here we were chatting about some potential collaborations that we're trying to get going. This is all very new to us, this social media thing. So we're trying all the avenues to work with brands and things. So it's just a little behind the scenes.
What were we talking about? I don't even remember.
One of the parts suppliers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that all works out.
So here you are. That piece is what you're going to use for the inner rocker, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't realize that the GoPro died when you were doing this.
Yes.
But thankfully,
I had my phone going.
you did pull out your phone and take some snippets, which we'll show here, and you can kind of describe what you're doing with the little video that we have on it. And it is vertical video, so I apologize. It's going to change format once we get to that point. But I wanted to at least throw it in there so you guys could see what he did. I mean, obviously not a full tutorial, but...
No, and it's all learning. This is all learning experience. We'll get it figured out better next one. We'll get better and better. Yeah, it looks like I'm just cleaning up the edge.
All right, so here comes the phone footage. So if you just want to talk through as it's quickly going through these clips, and you can describe what you're doing.
Yeah. So here I'm just lining up the inner rocker. I'll scrap all that. I'll get it trimmed out and then clean up all that rust. The rust looks bad, but it's really just surface rust. It actually cleaned up pretty good. So I scribed it. I'll cut it right along that line.
And you just use your pick tool to kind of carve that out.
Mm-hmm. And then, yep.
So there it is, all tacked in.
All tacked in and ready to go. I didn't want to cut the back half of that jam out and use the replacement part because the body lines and the contours don't match up very well. It's more squared off compared to the front panel.
So now you've got the outer rocker fitted.
Yep, got the outer rocker fitted. I built all that corner.
If you want to see how we built that corner piece, I'll tag the video here so you can watch that. But that's it. So thank you guys for tuning in again. Again, let me know in the comments, do you like us talking over the videos? Would you rather see it without us talking, just a ASMR video? Let us know. Bye.
See ya.